Hi, everyone, and welcome to Real Fertility Talk. I'm your host, Tani Maya, fertility coach, mom, six-time egg donor, fertility advocate, and the founder of Babies Made with Love. Before anything else, I just want to say thank you so much for pressing play. This isn't just a podcast, this is a safe space where we dive deep into the heartfelt and often complex journey to parenthood. Whether you're facing infertility, exploring surrogacy, considering egg donation, or simply seeking guidance on your reproductive health, we're here to support you every step of the way. We will share real stories from people just like you, stories of struggles, hope, and resilience. We'll feature expert interviews with doctors, counselors, fertility specialists, as well as personal insight from those who have navigated the path to parenthood. No topic is off limits here. This is a safe space for you. Today, I am going to start by sharing my story because while I built a career on helping people build their families, I was quietly going through my own struggles. This is my story. It is raw, it's real, it's a little hard to tell, but if it helps just one person feel a little less alone, it's worth it. I became an egg donor in my early 20s. It was one of the most beautiful, best, and life-changing decisions I have ever made. I helped 6 families bring 8 beautiful, healthy babies into the world, and it was just the most amazing thing to be a part of somebody's journey. But years later, when I was finally ready to start my own family, I found myself on the other side of things. I am no longer the helper. I was the one praying, the one breaking apart, the one questioning things. It was hard. I had 6 miscarriages. Some were early, some were further along, and each time stopped. The world got darker. It got quieter. It was hard. One miscarriage happened just days after we told our close family and friends. Some were further on. We were picking out names, buying baby things, and next thing I know, I'm picking up the pieces. It's a kind of heartbreak that doesn't leave physical scars, but it changed the way I breathed, it changed the way I moved through the world, reacted to everything around me. It changed the way I showed up to work, how I felt about my work. It was hard. The first time it happened, you tell yourself like, oh, you're a professional, you work in this field, you know the statistics. This happens. You tell yourself, to pull yourself together and maybe the next one will work out. But after, second, third one just got harder and harder. You start doubting everything. You start doubting yourself, start doubting yourself as a woman. You start doubting your body. You question everything, you question your partner. It was really hard. The silence after the loss is just the loudest thing you've ever heard. And if you've been there before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know how it feels to smile through somebody else's baby shower, that excitement you have for somebody announcing their pregnancy, but deep down feeling so crappy about yourself and questioning why isn't this happening for you. And I show up to work and see all the positive pregnancy tests and go to the delivery room and see the parents holding their babies for the first time and wonder, like, when is it going to be my turn? It's hard to tell yourself to keep believing and keep going, even though your heart is just begging you to give up. But I didn't stop. I couldn't. I just know deep down I wanted to be a mom, and I had to keep trying. I told myself it didn't matter how I got there as long as the end goal was I became a mom. So I explored adoption. I looked into IVF. I looked into surrogacy. I figured with a decade under my belt, I have all the resources possible. I can make this happen. But coming to that decision was still not an easy one. So we made the decision we were going to go forward with IVF, and my friend was going to be our surrogate mother. Very, very excited to go through this process. And then I found out I was pregnant again. And as someone that's been through this reoccurrent losses, you just kind of tell yourself to not get your hopes up because it always ends badly. So I kept going to all my appointments, doing all my blood work, ultrasound, just waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for them to say, oh, we can't find the heartbeat again. And so I was mentally preparing myself for this and going through the motions, through everything. And the doctor kept giving me hope and was saying, I think this pregnancy is going to work out for you, and to keep taking care of yourself. I kept having doubt, honestly, until, I was walking into delivery room. I was having that doubt, like something bad is going to happen. Like, this is too good to be true. And maybe I put that vibes out because I ended up having to have an emergency C-section. It was traumatic. It was terrifying, but it made me a mom. My son was born in 2023, a full-term, healthy, breathtaking miracle. There's not a day that goes by that I don't look at him and just feel extremely grateful. And, sometimes I cry a little bit thinking about how hard that journey was to get him here. So after he was born, I felt really confident that, hey, I did it once, I could do it again. I want to give him a sibling. So we started trying. And then I thought everything was going good. I was going to these appointments and we saw the heartbeat. We did the testings and everything was looking pretty good. And then one day we just found out, his heart stopped beating. And I feel like the sixth miscarriage was the hardest I ever had. Not saying the first 5 weren't difficult, but the first 5 I was grieving the idea of being a mom and grieving this baby that didn't make it and all the possibilities. But now I know exactly what I'm missing out. Looking into my son's eyes, I know I just lost his brother. I won't be able to hold him and get to experience this pregnancy. And it was just so devastating. But I'm still here, still trying, still hoping, still praying, because I know my story is not over. I know I'm going to have another baby. My son will have a sibling, and I just have to keep going and not give up hope. I started Real Fertility Talk because even though I work in this field, I was so scared to talk to people about my miscarriages, my infertility struggles. And, it was hard. I never wanted another woman, another couple, another person to sit in that kind of pain without knowing that they aren't alone. This podcast isn't just about science or timelines, tips or tricks. It's about the people like you and me that are going through fertility struggles, people that are looking into becoming surrogate mothers or egg donors, people behind the protocols, the doctors, the nurses, embryologists, all aspects of our journey to parenthood. It's about me and you and us, the ones that keep showing up, the ones that not give up. We're here to talk about everything IVF, surrogacy, adoption, miscarriage, egg donation, the never giving up, trying again, the raw truth, the private moment, and the kind of hope that never fades. Your story matters, you are not alone, and there's incredible strength in choosing to keep going. So if this episode speaks to you, please share it, tag a friend who's walking this path, follow us at Real Fertility Talk on all social media platforms, visit our website, realfertilitytalk.com, and come sit with us again next time. Thank you for letting me share my story. If you ever felt like you're the only one, I promise you, you are not. There's a whole community here waiting to support you, to walk alongside you on this journey. This is Real Fertility Talk. I'm Tawny Mayan, and I believe in your story, even the parts that aren't finished yet. Thank you.